So Blade is coming out in a few days, and everyone's excited to play him. You've probably seen videos on him before, but this video is just going to be, if you've not seen any videos, or if you have, you're not really paid, too close attention to how he works. This is going to be showing you some top tips for Blade when you're going to first start playing him. It's going to be broken down into different things, and for the first one, I'm going to be starting off with his ultimate. So you may already know some of these tips, you may not. If you have any other tips that aren't shown in the video, please comment them down below. But for this first one, we are doing his ultimate. So for Blade's ultimate, if you're unfamiliar with it, it's like this. And it does a lot of damage. It does damage through the whole range that you can see when you're loading it up. And that is kind of one of the first tips I want to give. So when you press Q to use his ultimate, or whatever button you have for his ultimate, you'll see like the radius expands like that. And then you can see it stops at one point. And when you're actually loading that up, you've got a bar on your screen, and the bar on your screen, right in the middle, is like a countdown circle, and once it actually hits halfway, it's hit its maximum distance. Bang, right there. So you know, as soon as it's hit its maximum distance, as soon as it's got round that circle to halfway, it's hit its maximum distance. So you don't really need to like wait to like kind of check, gauge yourself. Has it actually got there? You see it midway, you can just go bang, and you know you're done. So that is really like the first tip I want to give with his ultimate. It's a useful tip. You might not find it useful because you might just like to, take your time, wait for a second, and then just go bang if you use it. But if you want to use it quick and far, that you already have what you already have like a plan in your head of what you want to do, then yeah, definitely give that a try once it comes out, and let me know if it works for you. The next tip I want to give you is that his ult can actually be used in the sky, like this. And you can see it just destroys. It does so much damage, his ultimate. Now, imagine doing this against like an Iron Man in the sky. A Stormnut trying to get away. This is just good for so many reasons. And you can see, look, I missed it there. And you're like, damn. But you want to give it another shot. Just hold it up, wait for it, and then you can wait for them to come to you because you've got that range. Like, it expands. You don't need to just, as soon as you see them, just tap it. Because if you just tap it, you're not really going to get far. But you can just wait, and then you're up in the air, and there you go. And it's like the way that I did it right then. You saw the path that they were coming, so I started it right here, so they'd come into it before they have to get back out. So you can do whatever you want, but his ultimate can be used in the sky. That's the main thing. And yeah, don't be afraid to like use his ultimate. Even if you're up close, you just want to go and like a quick tap to get back out, and nice little dash. You can use it however you want if you're in the midst of things. But yeah, that is definitely a tip that I want to give you for his ultimate. Finally, the final tip, is enemies that hit have this blue bar around them that you can see with some of his other abilities, and that means that they actually get reduced healing for that short duration of time. So make sure you take advantage of it, or if you're going to use it, if you have like a few teammates for a round, they can't get healed, and this can work well into ultimates as well. Like imagine like a cloak and dagger ult, or an invisible woman ult, where you ult into it, and people aren't getting healed in that time, so you can kind of pick them off, and that's bye-bye to their ultimate. So yeah, that's the final tip for his ultimate. Next tip I want to give is actually with his shotgun. So you may have seen his shotgun get used, and you can see if you're right up close with a Galactabot, 1, 2, this is just to the chest, 3, 4, 5 shots. So 5 shots to the chest and to the head, 1, 2, 3. And you can see the amount of damage that actually does. It does about, what's that, like almost 2 bars of health. So you got like 1, 2. It's a decent amount. You can see it's a free shot. Now let me show you how much damage it does the further you get away. So you get to 10 meters. Look at that. One shot almost took his whole health. Their whole health, because they're a robot. Let me show you again. They've not been hit before. It's almost all gone. So let's step back to 15 meters. Again, it's a 2-shot. We step back to 20 meters. It's a 2-shot to the head. 25. A 2-shot, but you can see the damage has fallen off a little bit. it's just over halfway. It's not like it was at 20 meters where it takes it all the way down. You come all the way back to 30 meters, and we'll wait for the one directly in front of us, and then it goes back to a free shot. Like, how crazy is that? That the closer you are, it does free damage, but the further away you are, you do more damage, up to a certain extent. Because obviously, like I said, if we get too far, then it doesn't work. But yeah, that's just a little tip. Like, I don't want you to think, oh, I've got to be right up close to hit my shots. It's a shotgun. It's got a little damage spread. Look, you can see like the way the bullets come out. It comes out in like a little spray. You see it on the wall right there. You see? It's not just one bullet. It's multiple. And you can see when you're up close, it's like, oh, right, okay, just doing a little bit. But the further you get away, you see the spray, because that's how the shotguns works.
You might want to stay down.
But it's like, oh, where are they going? Like a nice, you can get in so much damage from just not being that close. So his shotgun is such a good primary weapon to use. I'm not saying the sword isn't, we'll move on to the sword right now, but yeah, make sure you're not just getting up close. You can get really good damage from far away with a shotgun. So moving on to his E ability. The ability here where if you're already in a sword, you can just stay in it and you get reduced healing. So that blue bar that you see that you can apply to enemies, you now technically have that. But what you do get in return is life stealing. So like when you're giving damage to enemies, if your life's low, you will in fact get some health back from that. So it's good for that. But one thing about this is if you're in the shotgun mode and you use your E, you pull out your sword. You can't use your shotgun in this mode. I mean, it's a quick tab that you whip out the sword immediately, but you can just stay in this mode. You see, like you can get to 10 and it starts to slow down, but then you can give it like a good dash, and you can get back. The amount of damage you can do is ridiculous. You're so fast. It kind of reminds me of like how Iron Fist was like right at the beginning, and people are like, no, got to ban Iron Fist. This is what this kind of reminds me of. But yeah, this is a really good ability, and I guess the tip is that you can stay in it. But one of the other tips, you see like his eyes are red, like the way he's looking around. Like you see like that little mist that's following him. Watch what happens if you actually get someone down a little bit of health. So you see, you can't see anyone through the wall, but when they go down to like half health, you can actually see that enemy through the wall. You can track them, which I think is insane. Like, that is such a cool ability. I'm now tracking everyone. Everyone's down a little bit. I'm waiting for my time to pounce. And I go, like, if I wanted to ult, I kind of did approach Ollie there. I'll show you what I mean. Like, you're tracking everyone, and you're like, right, okay, bang. And it's like you're timing it because you're watching them through the wall. That is a really useful ability. Not to say that those enemies will stay that low for that amount of time, because with healers and things, they'll get healed back up and find their own health. People aren't just wandering around with low health. Some people are. But yeah, I just wanted to give you that tip. It's a really fun ability. And yeah, I definitely think it should be used. Right, so I had to take a small break, but coming up to two of the final tips I'm going to show you guys. The first one is his block. So it's right click, you can see it's got a 3-second cooldown, and this block has actually got an additional feature which you may just miss or not really think about, and it's to do with the shift. So his dash, when he's not got any, if you actually block, you see how quickly I got back my dash right there? It actually reduces the cooldown, so that you can get your dash back. It's such a fun ability. The fact that you can get your dash, like, reduce the cooldown, and you become unstoppable for just a moment. Like, you can't die. It's crazy.
That was too easy.
Yeah, so I just want to show you about that tip in case you missed it. And the final tip, just before you go and get in a game and I'll show you some gameplay, is don't underestimate how far you can get with his dashes. Like, we've got 2 dashes and we can get right up there. So just give it a little jump.
Slice and dice.
Look how high we are right now. Like his dashes get you super far. And now you're in like a better spot. Putting some damage on.
That was too easy.
It's super good, and I wonder if we can make it over here.
Silver bullet.
Over there was a bit too far, but look at how far you can get. So don't underestimate Blade's actual his dashes, because they are super cool. So yeah, that's pretty much all the tips. Let me get you into some gameplay so you can see how it's
Our
gone.
next victim. Open season.
So good.
I'll keep him next time.
Oh, I did it again.
The hunt is on. As good as it is.
Wow. Damn. Blade is the best character in the game, bro. He's the best character in the game.